Hello, come on in. This is Sarah with DIY with Crafty Sarah, and we are doing a doormat tonight. Let me see if I can find me here. And we'll get going. Oh, sorry you guys. It's been a day. I'm on just a few minutes early, so we'll see here. Barely have room for my iPad to set over there. I think I need a brown, you guys, or should I do copper? Did I set a brown out? I did. I did. Oh boy. When you pop in, say hi if you would please. Lets me know you're here. We are going to do a doormat with sunflowers. And I have already chalked this on, or inked this on here. And I'm going to paint it, and then we will ink over it, and then we will set it, and it will be ready to go. And so I have different ink colors set out here. So I'm just going to start, and I'm going to paint it with paintbrushes. I've got stuff everywhere. I'm going to start with pesto. And we will start with some leaves. So this will be a kind of a tedious situation, but stay as long as you can. If you come in on the replay, if you'd hashtag replay, that would be fabulous. I'd appreciate it. Waiting for somebody to come in. Not seeing any comments yet. Come on, come on. Let's make something. Me and my drippy nose. I go live and my nose starts to run. That's my life. I love this sunflower. It's beautiful. always find when I get down in details, my tongue sticks out. Not exactly sure why. It kind of does. So I think I'm gonna do one leaf, one color, and then I have a couple different shades of green. So I think I want to do this one, this color, and then we're going to change greens. And hopefully I'm getting it in the right spot. Like I said, I came on just a little bit early tonight, just because I know this is going to be a long one. And my husband went to a fire meeting, so I thought, why not get started? He's been on the fire board for probably almost 30 years, and tonight's his last meeting. He resigned. Kind of weird when you get to the point in your life when all that's happening. All the things. I feel like I need to get a little bit smaller brush than this. So let me go over here and grab something that's just a little bit smaller than that, so I can get into some of those small areas. I'm going to grab a few. And hope they are good. Hope they are good to go. Good to go. Felt like that was a little bit shaky at the end, but there's just some little leaves here. I'm just going to add a little bit of color to those. They don't have to be too colorful there, but I just like to have a little something, something. So I'm going to do that to these up here, so I don't lay my arm in that, so I'll do this up here first. We're going to be supposed to be in storms later tonight. I mean, we're on the edge of it, but it's going to be around us. We might be on the tip. It's always something, isn't it? Always something. Well, it says I'm live. I haven't seen one person yet. It tells me there's 4 on here, but I'm not seeing anybody. So if I'm getting comments, I should go look at my phone, maybe. See if it's my iPad. Maybe I will. Oh, there's Lori. We can talk just like we talked when we were in high school, can't we? We are awesome. We should talk more often. Couple little 7th grade girls, and here we are, 68-year-old old ladies. So this is a mat, a doormat that I'm doing. And I'm doing sunflowers on it. And I went ahead, hi Jennifer, I went ahead and inked it in black first because I'm going to paint it, and then I'm going to put the transfer back on it and re-ink it. But I need some water. Where is it? It's down there, way down there. I'll slap some water in my little container here so I can wash a brush if I need to. At least get it wet. I took everything apart today and cleaned off my table. Yeah, we should do something together. We should go somewhere together. You know what? I was going to make those brown, but I think I'm going to make those, I think I want to make those berries red. Don't you think that'd be pretty? Let me see. So I have red or I have currant jam for these little teeny berries. What do you think? Red or currant jam? And then this is a new ink, you guys. This one is called Shimmer Forest. Holy moly. It is absolutely gorge. So I'm going to take that, because that's a leaf, and I believe that's a leaf. So I'm going to do one of these leaves in this shimmer. This mat I bought at Home Depot, and it comes in two colors. It comes in a grayish and black, which is what I wanted, and then it comes in this brownish color. Well, they were out of the other color, so I took this one because I thought, well, the sunflowers will look pretty on that one. I'm not sure if my leaf, I'm just going to go in here, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to, but I'm going to. We should fly somewhere and meet. That's what we should do. My God, we'd have so much fun. You know you are welcome up here anytime you want. You come up here and said, I don't have anything fancy, but I have room for you. So, and you'd fly into Omaha. I could come and get you. And take you back. I would not have an issue with that at all. If that would get you here, I would do it. But I can see a lot of late night chatting, solving the world problems or our problems. We don't have to, remember when we were kids and we would be on the phone and our moms would give us a certain amount of time? My mom would give us 15 minutes, I remember. That's when long distance cost some dough. And my parents didn't have any money. But my mom let me call my friend and we would talk, and then I would beg for 5 more minutes and she'd give me a few more minutes, and then of course I would always stretch it a couple minutes longer. And she never said anything. She never chewed me out. I remember her saying, you have 15 minutes. And we'd chat, and then we'd be done. We'd have to say goodbye till the next time. Now we have cell phones. It doesn't cost us to call long distance. And we don't call near like we should because we can, but trying to see if there's that leaf. And there's that leaf. Hi, Kefany. Hi, Tina. Good to see you today, girlie. You come hang out anytime. So this is a mat from Home Depot, and I inked my first layer on here. And what is that? Oh, my iPad. Or no, that's my other iPad. I'm like, what's that noise? It's dinking. It's my other iPad. I inked it on here, and I heat set it. So it is heat set. It was heat set, and so then now I'm painting in the areas, and then I will go back and I will ink over the top of it, and you will see the magic happen. And it's beautiful. So I'm going to do the inside of these sunflowers in a brown. It's going to be done in the bark. We're kind of limited on our ink colors. I mean, we are, but we aren't. We have a lot of colors, but you know, it always seems like you want something that you don't have. Isn't that the way? And this is a really tight woven fabric, so it's very easy to paint on, you guys. Very easy to paint on. And these are little pine cones. You know, I might do those in copper, just because I can. Shimmer copper. And almost all of this one's going to be black, but I'll put it on there anyway. Okay, that's 3 of those. Yeah, Tina came to see me today. Hung out this afternoon. That was nice. For someone that lives as close as she does, I don't really see her that often. This is shimmer copper. These are pine cones. I'm going to do them in shimmer copper. You can mix your ink colors, you guys. You can mix ink to ink, and you can mix paste to paste. But do not mix ink and paste. That is a no-go. Definitely a no-go. So I also have the wood cut out for this, but I wanted to do this first. And the reason why I wanted to do this first is because when you do fabric, you want your, ooh, that's part of my leaf right there too. You want your transfer to stick as good as it possibly can. And it sticks the best that it possibly can the first time you use it. So heads up. If you're going to do something in ink, and you know it, like you're going to do a towel or something out of one of your transfers, do it first before you do it on a sign. Because you need to. Because that's how it rolls. I think this might also be leaf. And if it isn't, it is now. Just gonna say, pretty sure it is. And then I think I'll do this one in meadow and this one in meadow. It's just some different greens. Hey, Chris. You didn't mean to FaceTime me today, did you? I didn't answer because I knew that it was probably a butt dial or something happened. Or a kid had your phone or something, you know. Can always be something. Could have been a grandkid had your phone. So this is Meadow. So I'm going to do this one in Meadow. My stomach keeps making noise. It shouldn't, because I ate supper, so. Ooh, this one stinks. Almost has like an ammonia smell to it. I don't know what that's all about. So there's that one, and there's this one. Hi, Steph. I knew that you didn't mean to, Chris. I knew it was a. I'm like, I looked at it and I'm like, she's not. That's not right. She's not doing that. So I didn't answer. Tina and I were hanging out in here and she was wondering where you were. And I said, well, you were here yesterday. I had a good week in the shop this week. Had people both days. Oh, Nikki's here? Nikki girl. Yeah, I should tell you guys that chat bot, Linda, you have to put exclamation point notify, and then you will get notified. Well, look, there's. I have my sweet friend, Nikki, and Kefani's here, and Tina's here, and Stephanie's here, and Chris is here, and Lori's here, and Linda's here. You guys, I'm so happy. So I have set that. Thanks, Stephanie. I love this sunflower. I set up the chat bot, and I've already had it set up, but I went in there again today. And okay, so it says on there, you've already turned on live notifications for DIY with Crafty Sarah, but you will continue to get live notifications. And then I have exclamation point scoop, and that gives you my my web page. And if you do exclamation point uptime, it tells you how long this live's been on. So if you popped on in the middle of it, you would know that I've been on for so many minutes, which you can tell that anyway. Yeah, I always say if I could just get 10, and then or exclamation point number. So if you wanted to send stars, you could put exclamation point and then a number like 100 or 80 or whatever amount of stars you wanted to send. And stars are appreciated, but never expected. Never, never expected. I'm just trying to learn a few things with my computer. Does it say 580 days? I wonder what that means. Well, 365 would be a year. So that might be, that's almost 2 years, Tina. I'm trying to see what is leaf and what isn't. So let me look here. So they're showing that this leaf is all the way up in here. All the way up in here. Like all the way up in here. And then that is, I think that's also leaf. I think it is. Well, we're going to go with it. Might look goofy as heck, but... So I will heat set this, and this little dude will be able to set outside. And it's going to be cute, cute, cute. So I've got this little daisy. And what do we decide on these little berries? Are we going to go red? Or are we going to go what? How about we do this one? Isn't it fun to do that, you guys? It's kind of funny. You're like, oh my God, really? I followed her for that many days? What the heck? I appreciate you all. You're pretty flipping amazing. You guys, I think I have to work again tomorrow. Ugh. My job gets in the way of my fun. My job is our business. My husband and I own a funeral home. We half own a funeral home, but we're the ones that do the work. Or he does the work. I'm just a hang-on. I'm a Klingon. I'm the domestic goddess at home. For those of you that don't know, I owned a flower shop for 20 years, worked in it for 25 years. And then when I left the flower shop, I had a girl walk in one day and say, we want to buy your flower shop. And I was like, I called my husband and I said, somebody wants to buy my shop. And he goes, oh my God, sell it. So we said, okay. Thanks, Stephanie. So we sold my flower shop, and then I kind of took a little bit of a hiatus. And then I started working at our little local grocery store because I didn't feel like I was ready to just cash it in. And did that for a while. And then, sounds good to me, Nikki. Okay, we're going to do white. Then I worked at the grocery store for like 6.5 years, and they kind of got jacking me around a little bit on my hours. And you know, we're a town of 900, so yeah. So my husband one day was just like, we were in Arizona visiting our son. I'm going to get a different brush. Visiting our son, and I don't know if I checked my hours or something, and I mean, they were really cutting our hours back, and then they hired somebody else and gave them more hours, and I was just like, okay, I'm over it. So my husband goes, just quit. So I went back and quit. And you know what? I walked out the door after 6.5 years, and not one person said one thing. Didn't say goodbye, kiss my butt, or nothing. And I probably would have stayed there until I retired. But we have the furniture store here and the funeral home, and it's all in one. It's like one big building. They're separate, but they're together, if it makes sense. And so that's, yeah, if my crafting paid the bills, wouldn't that be nice? Or even paid some bills. That would be awesome. Okay, I see a couple of, now you start to see things that you didn't see because you've painted out things. But I see a couple of little green leaves over here that I want to, oops, and then I just set it in that red. These little green leaves over here. Inking with Chalk Couture is so easy, you guys. It is so easy. And this is one of my sublimation shirts. And let me tell you, that was a piece of cake. Geez, I'm getting to the end of these babies. And you got to pull them all up to get one. I was just going to see if I could get that red off of there that I smeared a little bit. That'll be all right. We'll put some black around it and we'll be good to go. Now for the sunflowers. That kind of makes me a little nervous because my orange and my yellow. So I have pucker and I have, oh, I love my flowers too. I have a buttload of flowers here. That's my jam. I don't really care too much about the inside. I mean, I love inside flowers, but I'm pretty much all about my outside flowers. And I'm kind of known for being a little bit of a flower nut. But I'm not going to lie. I miss my flowers. But you know what I miss more? I miss my people more than I miss my flowers. But I did not miss Mother's Day or Valentine's Day or those days. Those days were a pain in the butt. Valentine's Day, you work your behind off, and you basically broke even because our flowers were so expensive, and I wouldn't charge the price that they wanted me to, so I just couldn't do that. I think when you charge $100 for a dozen roses, that's ridiculous. But anyway, so I wonder if I shouldn't color some of this. I might try to. Think I can mix a color and make it halfway decent? I don't know. Last night I failed at my mixing. So I think I want to do yellow, bumblebee, and a little brown. But my trouble is I have a hard time with a little. Oop. There, I lost you again. Oh, thanks, Tina. You know what? That is not the color. Well, maybe. It's kind of golden. I think that might be all right, you guys. Maybe add a little more yellow to it. Probably shouldn't be mixing it over the top of my rug, should I? So I think I want to kind of do the insides of my sunflowers in the darker color and the outside in the bumblebee is what I'm thinking. And then even maybe put in a little red or a little orange into them. An artist I am not. Not going to lie. I am not. Whoop. Set that out of the way. Let's get these out of the way so I don't cause grief. Seriously. Got a chunk of orange on there. Oh, there's my brown lid. I just don't want my stuff to dry out. Oops. That's bumblebee and that's pucker. I think pucker might be, I don't know. We'll see. That might be a nice lighter color. Because we can always go over, you guys, can always go over. I should be wearing an apron. I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess, you guys. I'm a hot mess. Okay. So I'm thinking I want to do like right in here in the golden. And I know it looks like a stinking mess when I start, but you'll see. It'll get better, I promise. Have you done this one yet, Nikki? Nikki is a Chalk Couture designer also, but she's an amazing crafter. And you know what? I've been to Chalk Cons, and I've been to every Chalk Con since I joined, and she's been at Chalk Cons that I've been at, and I didn't even know that. Didn't even know her. So funny. I would have loved to meet her in person, because I'm pretty sure she's my type of girl. We would have fun. And she did not go to Chalk Con this year because she went to a retreat. You know, you can only do so much. That's the thing. We wish we could do it all, but we can't. Yeah, I saw a picture of you with sage somewhere, and I thought, oh my God, I was at that Chalk Con, so yeah, there you go. And Sagey's a good friend too. We've known each other for years because of Chalk. I was so sad when she left. Okay, so now I've got to go with my lighter color, and I got to be a little bit nicer. Not quite so sloppy. I don't even know if this brush will work. It might. So I'm just going to add those lighter colors from the tips into that gold. Yeah, that might not work. This brush might. People have done some beautiful things with these sunflowers. I love sunflowers. They make me happy. I know they're just a weed, but especially in Nebraska, they're a weed. Farmers don't like sunflowers. You go to Kansas and they love sunflowers, but in Nebraska, not so much. I'm just going to go up as high as I can go without causing grief. I'll have to probably get a smaller brush for the pointies. I set my heat press at 305, and I did it for 30 seconds, and it was fine. It Took it right away. Took it right in there. You can do it with an iron, you guys. Set it at the hottest temperature, whatever the fabric is that you're doing. And then run your iron around for 4 minutes. And you will get it. And I heat set my mugs last night. I should, when we get done, I'll show you my mugs. I heat set them this morning. Before I went to work, told me he needs me tomorrow too. I was like, yay. No. He pays me, but you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. Wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be fun, Nikki? Find a place where everybody could drive to. That would be a decent amount. And meet and just hang. I don't even think we'd have to craft. I mean, it'd be fun to craft, but we wouldn't have to craft because I think we'd all be so busy chatting that you feel like you know people because you've been watching them and been seeing them, you know, a couple times a week or several times a week. And then you'd see them in person. You're like, oh, my Lord. I think it'd be awesome. And I got invited to a retreat in June next year, but I would imagine ChalkCon, if they have it, will be in June, in later June. And again, I can't do everything, so I kind of have to have a budget. This last one was in Kansas City, so for me, that was about a 5-hour drive. So that worked out amazing for me. And the last one was in Denver. I did not get to go to that one because that's when my kidneys failed me. That's when my kidneys crashed and I was in the hospital. And I got out and then I was on dialysis for 2.5 months. And they crashed on me in June, and ChalkCon was the end of June. So I had to call Chalk Couture and tell them that I wouldn't be there. And I was bawling like a baby when I said it. Bawling like a baby. My 60s have not been good to me. I'm telling you. I'm fighting like crazy to stay alive. That's no dang lie. I always say what next, but I'm not going to say what next because I'm scared to death what next. 2 years after that, I had open heart surgery. I never in a million years would have thought I'd be doing that. It's like, for God's sakes, enough is enough. Like, I'm good. Oh, Tina, well, you'd love Tina. She's the best. And her and I met she did a craft show, and I think it was her first. Was it your first craft show, Tina? I feel like it was. When we did that one at that place for those girls. And we were trying to tell her to do some other shows, and she was like, oh, I don't know. She was so shy. I don't know. And she did, and she's amazing. Let me take a quick look at my picture again. So I feel like that is So that's sunflower, and I think that's sunflower. It'd be kind of weird if it wasn't. It looks like it would be missing a petal. I kind of want to put a little red in this, you guys. I don't know why, but let me see. Let me see if I don't screw it up. You know what color I wish I had? I wish I had the color in my in paint that I use called Sunset, and it's kind of an orangey red. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. Which I guess I could do that, couldn't I? I could mix orange and red, but I don't know. I feel like that might be pushing the luck. Let's see. I just kind of want it to, I don't know. I don't know what I want. I want it to be very, maybe I don't want it. That wouldn't be so bad. Just to have a little here and there. Maybe just on this one. That's too much of a pain in the butt. Are you guys thinking, oh my God, it was good until that point? Kind of looks like a kindergartner painted it, doesn't it? I wonder where they'll have our next Chalk Con. They won't, of course we don't know for... I should have done that to the middle one, shouldn't I, instead of that one. That's it, girly. Trusting the process. I better do this other one or that's going to look squirrely, isn't it? I think it is. Should have done the middle one that, but... Sandy from Burlap and Bling would make it look beautiful. She's an amazing little artist too. She does good work. Okay. I think I'm going to call that. And we're going to dry it. Make sure we got our lids on all of this goofy stuff. I've got a little cart down here that I keep all my stuff on that I wheel around from here to there. Let's turn this baby on. Get crap out of the way. I do want this out because there's more of that transfer that I want, and I want to dry this a little bit. It's not going to get dry all the way, you guys, but hopefully it'll dry enough. The magic will happen when I put the transfer over the top. I hope it didn't stretch. It didn't, because it didn't pull hard or anything. So I think this one's going to have to be mine because I got enough little things on it that I'm not going to be able to sell it. That's okay. Oh, that would be fun, Tiffany. I got room for 10 people. Come on down. It's a shop. It's separate of my house. It actually was my ceramic shop. I did ceramics for 40 years. Taught classes, cleaned and fired greenware and all other things. And you know, after I had all of that stuff happen to me in my health, I just decided that I was over it. And so then I sold all my ceramic molds. And you guys, I had the girl that bought them. I told her I had a couple thousand. And she sends me a message and she goes, "Are you sure you have 2,000? Because the last guy that I went to said he had thousands, and I went to his place and he didn't have anything close to that." And I was like, yeah, I do. And then she came and she loaded and she reloaded and reloaded and reloaded, and she just looked at me and she goes, "Yeah, you have plenty." So she knew she got her money's worth. But I still have a lot of bisque around here. So I'm going to set my heat press on here. And I think I might just kind of let it, because this stuff is pretty thick on here, guys. Just going to let it sit for the 30 seconds. And it kind of stinks a little bit because it's kind of rubbery. I mean, it's rubber on the back, but it's fabric on the top. I think this one sold for $14 and the other one sells for 12 something. 14 something and 12 something. Why? I don't know. Because that's ridiculous. Because they're exactly the same. When I say they're exactly the same, I mean they are exactly the same. The only difference is color. But they're a great mat to do ink on. Holy mackerel, are they nice. And this was beautiful just in the black. Just black on here. So if you did the gray one, you could just do the black and it would be fine. It would be pretty. Really, I just want this set enough. And it will be. I mean, it's going to be sticky because it's thick. But I just want it set enough that I can put the transfer over the top of it and get after it again. Let's scoop this down here a little bit. Put it on this. You know, no ink came up. That's a miracle. Seriously, I think it sinks right into this thing. I guess one little spot did right there. But there's a little bit of smear, but I want that to cool down for a minute. And then we'll put the transfer back over the top. Just let it cool down. So I don't want my transfer sticking to it like stupid. Whew, that's hot. Cool down. It's still really warm. So what'd you guys do today? Anything fun? What is today? Tuesday. Can you believe it's July 15th? We're already to the half of the month. My girlfriend Cheryl works at a school, and I got to thinking, she's got less than a month, or she probably has a month left of her vacation, and she'll be back at school again. Isn't that crazy? I am going to go to St. Louis the last week of the month to see my granddaughters. So I'll be driving down there. Granny in her wheels. Takes me about 8 hours. It's an 8-hour, 500-mile trip. This is not. It's still warm. Whew. It's like, cool down there, Nellie. Cool down. Okay, it's not near as hot as it was. So this is the transfer, you guys. And I have all the wood cutouts for that. So I'm going to do it on a wood sign, but I want to do it here first. Get it on the fabric first, the textile, and then move to signs and stuff, because it sticks best first. And then each time after you use it, it'll stick a little bit less and a little bit less. And now I got to get this baby lined up. I think that's it, you guys. So we're going to put this on here. Bring a little sunshine home. We are going to put that on there. We are not putting that on there. That'll go on something else when we do our board. We'll do that. So you just want to make sure you have it down. Oh, then I put all my ink away. It's right here front and center. Black ink. But I want to do the fawn on here, which is, I had dune, but fawn is I think I like fawn better. And I'm wondering if I don't want to tape off C's, because that's pretty close to that G. You can always tape off anything that you don't want to get on something. Like I should have taped this off because but I wasn't paying attention, and there you go. Gotta have your eyes on the prize, kids. Okay, so I'm just gonna go over this in black. Just gonna scoop out some black to re-outline it. And I'll add it if I need it. Get us a big squeegee. I'm going to use this big one. I'm going to use this one a long time. There, I about went over it again. Need to watch what the heck I'm doing. I tell you, a little bit goes a long ways. Most of this ink I've had since I started with Chalk Couture, and that was like, I don't know, it's over 5 years. I think it said on my lanyard 5+ years, so I think it's 6 years. Just need a little more over there. That's going to be too much, but that's okay. Then you just want to scoop off your excess. Put it in there. And your ink, you don't have to really worry too much about it as far as it drying like you do your chalk. Because our chalk, if it dries and it dries in your screen, you'll pull up what you've put in, what you've put down. And that sucks. This almost looks like paste, but it says it's ink, it's thick. I just think stark white would be too white for this. Someone was doing one on our designer page, and she said, what color should I do the lettering in? I said, how about Dune? I think white would just be too white. And she did it in Dune, and it turned out beautiful. Bring a little sunshine home. Every day. Okay, let's lift and see what this baby's looking like. I feel like I can see green through there. So I'm just going to kind of, first I thought my R was wrong, but it's not. That's the G is because it gaps, but I can fix that. Okay, I'm going to go this way so you guys can see it first. I am peeling up a little bit of my paint, but I don't even care. Oh my gosh, you guys. Seriously. Gorgeous. Oh, I love this stuff. Holy moly. Anybody that hasn't tried ink, you need to get on the bandwagon. And you can put exclamation point scoop, and you get my webpage that will take you to all the things Chalk Couture. So right here, there's, you know, it dips in here. So my G didn't quite go all the way. So I'm thinking, just going to take some of this and just fill that in a little bit. Just kind of bring it together. And I don't even know if it makes a difference, but, you know, it's kind of hanging there. It's kind of hanging. Kind of left it hanging. Don't want to leave anything hanging. My pine cones in the copper look beautiful. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's dry it a little bit, and then we're going to heat set that, and we're done. Yeah, you got I tell you, I cause my own grief. Yeah, it's so fun to do inks, you guys. So fun. I don't know if I pulled that off or what's the scoop right there? Like there's a whole place right there that there's nothing on there. So I'm going to grab my bumblebee and fill that in. It's like, you guys, it's like a whole leaf. I don't know what I thought that, or a whole petal. That's so funny. I could see the burlap, like the burlap of this stuff through there. I'm like, what the heck? Okay. So now we just have to heat set this. Get this ink off my hands because that's where you get in trouble. If you get that on your clothes or get it on your item, your project, you're screwed. Just gonna tell you. Plain and simple. You might be able to get it out, but you probably won't get it out. Just gonna say. Maybe you can, probably you won't. Okay. You need to, Tina. You need to do on tea towels and that kind of stuff. You can do them for every occasion. And you know, like the gingerbread guy you bought today, how cute would that be on a tea towel or an apron? Adorable. Absolutely adorable. Okay. Let's get our wax paper and get this before my thing shuts off. It's like, shut up. Don't you dare shut up. Don't you dare. Then we'll turn it around and show you straight up. I don't even think I've heard my husband come home yet. See, I'm connected to the garage. The wall behind me is connected to our garage. My shop's about a 20 by 20, I think, or 20 by something. I don't know. I don't even know. Isn't that terrible? I don't even know. And I don't even care. Because it is what it is. It is what it is. I kind of like these mats because they're not real thick, so you can open your door without it getting all hung up, you know. All right, guys. That's the story. What do you think? What do you think? Didn't that turn out cute? And this, this brown rug is perfect for that. It is perfect for this project. Setting at someone's front door? Heck yeah. I love it. I freaking love it. All right, you guys. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Holly. Thanks, Stephanie. You know what, Tina, I have some little ink packets, and you could do quite a bit with those too. And I have several colors of those. Several colors. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks, Chris. I got the rug from Home Depot. Just go in the store and go up about where you see the rugs and mats, it says, and go down there. It comes in 2 colors. It comes in this brown, and it comes in a grayish black. Like, this is grayish, and this is a darker gray or something like that. They were out of that one in Grand Island, so this is the only one they had. So I ended up snagging this one, thinking I could do, I knew for fall this one would be pretty. But, yeah. Yeah, isn't it, Lori? I think so too. Hi, Becca. Yeah, I think it turned out great. Yep. I love it. So, alrighty, guys, I appreciate you guys all so much. Thank you so much, and thanks for the hearts. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for hanging with me for about a little over an hour, you guys. Holy moly. And I will see you next time. Love you all. Have a great night, and I will see you next time, you guys. Bye-bye.